Sex robots are coming. That's a pun, people. Yeah, we've talked a bunch about sex bots before. I'm a firm believer that in the next 10 years or so, people are going to start having sex with robots. They're probably doing it right now. A French artist drew something that I think is an interesting depiction of what he thinks, at least, sex bots are going to look like. So this is actually CGI, and basically he's showing you that, you know, this thing cut in half. Hopefully it'll have two halves when you're having sex with it. But just showing that there's going to be a lot of parts, and we're really, that this is what the future. There's going to be, look at that little brain right there, this computer in the brain. You've got the entry hole, which has an arrow. That's nice.
I love the arrow. Like, just in case you don't know where the vagina is, here you go. This is where you insert the penis.
Above that appears to be a target.
Yeah, that's a little bizarre. The target does seem unnecessary. There's some barcodes, it looks like, on the bottom right there. The robot has artificial reproductive organs. And now, if this isn't enough for you, we've got a video of a robot stripper. Let's take a look. All right, so a couple of odd things there. She seems to be bruised behind her legs, which seems weird. Why is she wearing a mask? She's a robot. Robots shouldn't have shame. Anyway, I just think this topic is interesting and fun because it combines sex and the future, which I think is fun. Robot sex, will you have it when it comes?
I mean, if I need to have it, I guess I will. I mean, you have urges, you have needs, and thankfully for now, I'm okay, right? But I don't have any problem with robot sex. There are people out there who, you know, need sexual gratification in one way or another, and maybe this will help them out. So I'm all for it, whatever. Advancements in technology, awesome.
There you go. So we just did the porn story. I mean, it's sort of the just next extension of that, right? Like, you know, it's there, it's on your computer right there, and then next thing you know, you're banging a robot.
I've been with a lot of women, so I've had plenty of robot sex. Okay, all right.
That was sort of, I don't know if that was quite, that should have been lo-fi.
I don't know. Can we go back to the CGI thing real quick?
Yes, let's go back to the original image. It's a lot of stuff.
Like, seeing that, you're like, why doesn't everyone have anal sex sometimes? Like, I mean, they're both right there. It's just like, I mean, there's no, like, what's the, you see it like that, and you're like, why is it even taboo?
It makes you wonder.
Right.
Also, why is this robot have so much machinery behind it? It could have been in a bed, you know what I mean? But he drew it to have a lot of other wires.
You know that 78% of that stuff in the middle is all bullshit. That's just to drive the price up. You know, there's like two things that make it work, that make it do this, which is pretty much the only thing that woman did.
That's all she needs. Well, that woman is not directly related to that robot. That's just as far as we've come with the dancing sex robots. Do you think men or women are going to do this more? Because I think by
Come on!
No, wait.
Is that really a question?
It's a question.
Dave?
It's a question because I think by default,
right? Adorable, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think by default, everyone's going to think men, right? You're going to think men. Yeah. But I also think there's women. I know many women, they all are very frustrated with men. Not all of them, but like there's a lot of single women.
It's usually not because the men don't want to fuck them. They're usually frustrated for other reasons.
For other reasons? Yeah. But I feel like there's a lot of women that just like sort of had it with men. At least maybe that's what I see around here.
I think your question is a ridiculous one. But
men are going to be fucking the robots.
But your overall point is probably true. Like, here it is. It will be overwhelmingly men, but we would be surprised at the number of women.
Yeah, I'm sure some women will take advantage of it. I mean, women love their vibrators, so why wouldn't they like this sex toy? It's definitely plausible, but I think, you know, men are probably going to want to have sex with a machine at higher rates. What I'm actually more interested in is how many dudes look at that CGI image and think like, oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Can't wait to put it in there.
Right, because it's kind of, and I guess some of them do. Like, well, that'll probably become a fetish in and of itself. Like, I bang robots. I would be remiss if I didn't end this segment asking one of my favorite questions on the show, which is, what year do you think the robots will take over? I'm not talking about the sex bots, but I'm a firm believer the machines are coming. They're on their way. What year do you think?
I'm going to go with, I don't know, 2050?
Didn't Stephen, I'm not going to give you a year because I don't have any idea what I'm talking about, but Stephen Hawking just had his voice box replaced, or not his voice box, but the thing that speaks for him, and it's much better. And he was amazed at the growth in artificial intelligence, and he essentially said, hey, look, it's done. It's coming.
Yeah.
Artificial
He's
intelligence.
actually
I mean, and
little
Elon Musk
worried
said the
about
same
it.
thing a couple
He's
weeks
really
ago.
concerned about it.
Yeah, he's worried about it basically taking over society, not as in like, oh, robots are going to kill us, but they take over your jobs, they take over certain elements of society that we need humans for right now, and that could actually lead to the destruction of a lot of different things. So.
Yeah. But you know what? The one thing that robots can't replace is the talking human mind that we've given you here today. How was that? Was that good?
Well,
not well.
that's not necessarally true.
I would totally watch a robot talk show.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good actually.
Fox News
We
does
got like
it.
2 or 3 of them on the Young Turks.
Hey! Well, you both sort of had the same joke there.